All right, welcome to another edition of BS. I just want to say Charles isn't here again this week. I didn't pick the episode, so he did it to Jerry this time. He did it to me twice, but he's got a great excuse. He's been working his ass off all week. He's been working in the rain. The guy's got a cold. So it's like he gave me his list. The Rush one, he didn't have a list. So this tells you he did want to do this show.
Yeah.
So Jerry, what do we got going on, man? It's your pick.
Oh, we got two great guests tonight. We got Shane Paisley, aka the Mooger Fooger. What's going on, man?
Doing well, guys. Thanks for having me.
Oh, always great to have you on, man. And then as always, our real special guest. He's one of our MVP guests, Andy Rodriguez, man. What's up?
Hey, Jerry. Hey, Mark. Nice to be here. Thanks for having me. And it's nice to finally meet Shane Paisley. Nice.
Yeah. The Mooger Fooger.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question about that, man. You sound like something that a fucking cartoon character would be worshiping. Mooger Fooger. Mooger Fooger. I'm just asking, where'd you get that name from, man?
It's so stupid. It's super simple. I was commuting for work years ago, and I was sharing a townhouse with two other guys. So, my getaway was to read Guitar World magazine, and in the Guitar World magazine there was a pedal. They were featuring pedals, and this pedal was called the Mooger Fooger, and it basically replicates a mini Moog, but on the guitar.
Oh.
And when I joined Twitter, somebody said, "Well, you need to have a handle. You just can't use your name." And I'm like, "All right." Mooger Fooger sounds pretty cool, so I went to Mooger Fooger. That is as simple and boring.
Just popped
as
on
it
in there, huh?
I thought, man, you were a god to cartoon characters, like a Mooger Fooger.
I love what it's become, and whoever owns this pedal is going to hopefully get some endorsement out of it.
Man, he's always last on the Decibel Geek. Chris and Aaron always go, and the Mooger Fooger.
but they always go, and the Mooger Fooger. It never lines up.
They line it up sometimes,
They do, but they're good friends, man. I love those guys.
They're awesome, man. Check out the Decibel Geek podcast, and also check out who we have next. Oh, you already talked. Hey, Andy, great show last night. 20 debut albums. I was like, damn, he did 20. Shit, if we
it
did
wasn't
that,
debut albums, it was sophomore albums.
I know the sophomore, but I'm going shit. I was looking at my watch. If we did that on this show, this would be like a 5-hour show, 20 albums. We could barely get through 11 without doing a 3-hour show. I'm like, damn. But speaking of that, man, glad you guys are on. Sorry, Charles, and we miss you, man. Hopefully you're back next week for Joseph Staub. I gave him my pick. We're doing an album battle. Do you remember what it was, Jerry?
What's that?
The album battle we're doing next week with Joseph. I got it written down.
We're doing an album battle next week?
Yeah.
News to
Dude,
me.
I send this stuff to you, man, and you guys always ask me, what do we do next?
Dude, I've been writing this shit down. I haven't gotten that one yet.
Okay, well, hold on. Yeah, I told you. Where is it? Most over here.
Yeah, where is it exactly?
Okay, it's here, dude. Give me a
second.
It is. It is. It's just I've been doing Okay, hold on.
I smell bullshit.
No, hold on. I gotta look for Joseph.
He was on my show last night. He did very well.
Well, Joseph is
He's a very
awesome.
knowledgeable guy.
Oh yeah, we're doing Scorpions Blackout versus Kiss Creatures of the Night. They're both 9-track albums.
Dude, that's news to me. I never heard that, man. You never told me that.
I told you guys that in the messages. You know what? Charles sometimes talks a lot. After I send you that message, you probably didn't scroll up and see
That's
it.
probably why. But that's a cool album battle.
Yeah,
Okay.
Creatures of the Night versus Scorpions 1982 Blackout. But that's next week. But
I'm gonna write this shit down. Hold on.
I'll send you a text. I'll send what? I'll send you separate text so you can have your own and he can have his own. I won't send it in our group chat anymore. But this is what we got. We got the BS. And what is our thing tonight before we get into the BS? What are we doing, Jerry?
All right, man. I thought we changed it up a little bit, man. Everybody loves some good soft music, man. Everybody loves some yacht rock, man. Come on. Everybody loves yacht rock, whether they're afraid to admit it or not. Some good stuff, man. Some really classic stuff that, I went through on this list, I think. is the example of classic yacht rock. But I understand it's kind of there's a lot of leeway with what you can consider what's yacht rock or not. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'll accept like a wide range of tunes because like I said, it's up to the viewer what they think, or up to the listener what they think it was, soft or yacht rocky. You know what I mean? But I got some classic ones, I think, man. And this is going to be an interesting show, man. So
I wonder if they made up the name Yacht Rock because of the captain.
Oh no,
from Captain Tennille?
Yeah, because he wore a freaking hat, a captain's hat. So I don't know.
Maybe.
I think they're one of the biggest ones ever, but they're not on my list.
They're not on my list either.
I don't like any Muskrat Love, but
love will keep us together, man. That's the fucking
Muskrat Love. Dude. What the fuck is a muskrat having love? You hear those little noises in the middle. Fuck, what is that? Fucking 70s animal porn. Muskrat. Did they play that for the muskrats so in the zoo they could appropriate? They made that song for them. I don't know because it has little weird sounds. But it's our K-Tel Yacht 11-song rock album. But before we get to the BS, Jerry, I want you to tell me how your Go show was, man.
Fucking incredible, dude. I mean, what a great mix of live music and theatrics, dude. What a kick-ass band he had. The whole show was just fantastic, man. I mean, he has like 3 guitars, 2 keyboardists. I mean, there's no fucking tapes. I don't care what you say. One of my favorite bands. I've been waiting like 7 years to see these guys, and totally worth the wait, man. Fucking incredible show. And Amon Amarth, man. What a great freaking band. I forgot they were, man. I mean, incredible show. Incredible double. Yeah, man. Fucking do the wars, man. Everybody sit down.
Bushy's everybody was jacking off to Amon Amarth.
Everybody was sitting down doing the oar thing. That was pretty badass. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely worth the wait, man. So even though we had launched these, it was still freaking incredible. Great show, dude.
All right. I'll talk about, I went to, I had a big weekend last weekend. I started off with Metallica on Friday night, fucking Pantera and Wolfgang Van Halen, Mammoth, WVH Open. Incredible, both bands. And it was great to see. I've seen Wolfgang before I got hurt at the Alter Bridge show. So I know how good he was, but I've never seen Phil live.
Really?
I've never seen Zakk Wylde live. I've never seen Benanti live. I've never seen Rex live. So it was awesome. And Phil goes, he's got that fucking power in his voice still. And Zach was just fucking ripping it up. Wolfgang was killer. And then freaking Metallica, they fucking kicked ass, man. And I heard Jason Momoa was there both nights and started Pits.
Yeah.
If I would have seen Jason Momoa in the pit, I wouldn't go in the pit anyways. I'd be like, "Oh, get me the fuck out of here!" It's like, but he was at the.
That'd be a freaking blast, man. I would love it.
Yeah, and then we got the Sunday. We were trying to stay out of the stadium a while to drink beers because they had a band called Ice Nine Sucks and Five Finger Donkey Punch. Ice Nine kills. They didn't kill, and Five Finger did not give a punch. Horrible bands. Like in the Ice Nine sounds like a 90s band trying to be fucking death metal. It's like he's doing that fucking that like kind of fucking Blink 182 tone, and then he's going all that, and he's fucking, what the fuck, dude? What are you saying? What the fuck is this? Do one or the other. And then Five Finger Death Punch sucked too. So, but fucking the second night was the best, man, because the audience, I guess, because of the ages. They played a lot from the Black Album on Sunday. So the end of the show, towards the end, they were playing the Black Album. They were playing all these good ones. And everybody sang Inner Sandman. And you could feel the audience just vibrating off me singing that. It was like 90,000 people singing Inner Sandman. That song fucking rules. Fuck you, Black Album haters. I fucking love that album.
I'm not a Black Album hater. If I never listened to it again, I'd be okay.
Oh, dude.
I love that album.
That's really a metal album, dude. It's metal.
Like I said, I don't hate it, but I've heard it so much in my life.
Don't try it out there.
I think it's more of a hard rock album. I mean, it's very good, but it's more of a hard rock.
It's a metal album, dude. It's got the metal riffs. It's like
people
don't tread on me.
I think it's been played so much, people kind of dismiss it.
Yeah.
But when you go back to it, like I'm with you, Jerry. I mean, I've heard so much of it all my life since it came out. But when I go back and listen to songs like was it Into the Never or
Through the Never?
Through the Never,
of Wolf and Man.
Of Wolf and Man. I mean, those riffs are just amazing, man.
Yeah.
They pummel you, and it's like, how did we overlook this, and why did we dismiss it? Nothing Else Matters, Inner Sandman, Sad But True, Wherever I May Roam, got overplayed. All good songs, by the way.
Yeah.
And they all sang. They did do Nothing Else Matters, and the audience sang with them too on that. So they're great songs, man.
No, I would never dismiss it out, but like I said, I'm just so tired of hearing it. If I never heard it again, it'd be okay.
Well, when's the last time you heard it?
Oof. All the way through? Probably in the 90s, to be honest with you.
Okay, dude. You know what you need to do? You need to put that shit on and listen to it.
When I go back to Metallica, dude, I go back to Metallica all the time. It's Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, and Master, dude. I mean, and occasionally Injustice for All.
You're one of the old heads who don't like change.
That's not true. I like the album. Do you hear what I'm saying?
You haven't heard it since the 90s. You don't like that album.
But I've heard every other song they play on fucking satellite radio.
But there's other songs that you're not listening to. Of Wolf and Man, Don't Tread on Me, Through the Never.
Yes, I know all those songs.
Okay, but listen to it again.
The last time I heard that album all the way through was Louder Than Life 21. And that was the one where Judas Priest, Richie Faulkner had his Aorta tour.
Oh, wow.
So it was that tour, but right after Priest, Metallica came on. They played that entire album backwards. They started with the last song, ended with Inner Sandman. So it was pretty cool, but then again, I'm like, man, they started off with like 3 or 4 like great deep cuts. But man, I wanted to hear more than just that whole record,
Yeah.
But they split it up. It was no repeat weekends. It was funny when James here's a song from the album you all hate. And it was a Saint Anger song. And it's like, dude, that did not sound like Saint Anger to me because it had solos and it had no.
At least he knows.
But it sounds good. I want them to redo that.
There's a lot of good music on Saint Anger. The production was shit. And that hurts it. But I still love the song Saint Anger. I still love the song Frantic. I love those songs.
I like them, but the drum sound, it doesn't make it enjoyable.
You can't listen to them on the record. No. If you watch them live,
yes,
it's a good production. Those are pretty powerful songs.
Plus, there's solos. And Kirk adds solos to them.
Well, add solos to them, they'd be even more. They'd be even more better. Yep.
I think they need to redo it and get Robert on bass because they used Bob Rock for bass on that when Jason left. So
yeah,
he didn't do anything but follow the guitar. Exactly. He didn't do anything specific on the bass.
No. All right, man. Well, let's get to the BS, man. Something Andy was trying to talk about yesterday. So I'm going to let him go first on this subject. Alice Cooper reflected on what he perceives as a lack of danger in contemporary rock bands. Nothing how bands like Vampire Weekend or Tame Impala are leagues away from Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, Aerosmith, despite being good at what they do. What do you think about that, Andy?
Well, first of all, they're completely different bands. I mean, they're not even on the same wavelength or the same genre. So to compare Aerosmith and Motley Crue to Vampire Weekend is ridiculous. I would say Vampire Weekend, if you wanted to compare them maybe a little bit more like REM or something of alternative light rock of the 90s and early 2000s. Mark, have you ever heard of Vampire Weekend or Tame Impala?
Yeah, I didn't like them.
Okay, well, I've seen them both in concert. I think they're fantastic.
Cool. Maybe if I saw them live, they would be good.
They just don't seem that they will be in the same wavelength as those bands that Alice Cooper's talking about. And besides, with today's social media and all that, you can't get away with snorting ants on the sidewalk anymore. You can't do shit like that anymore. Back then it was crazy. It was debauchery, and we loved it. But we didn't.
And nobody had a cell phone
about this until later on. When they finally told us in books and stuff like that. But now with social media, like Tame Impala and all that, and besides, Vampire Weekend's already broken up anyway. I mean,
he said he expected. He said he expected Vampire Weekend to look like a vampires. That's why.
No, they're not even close. They're like college dorm room people, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, if you want to compare, maybe you should have compared like someone like Five Finger Death Punch or something like that in that realm that plays hard rock music, but not Tame Impala and Vampire Weekend. That's not even close.
Maybe he just said those bands because he should have said Nickelback. Nickelback ain't dangerous. What's going on there, Alice? Nickelback would have been a great example as generic rock and roll. So, yeah, I agree with you because I know they are alternative, and I heard a couple songs by Vampire Weekend. It's a little too slow for me. I like REM, but the other one, Tame Impala, they're kind of like retro rock sounding.
And they use a lot of keyboards.
Yeah, maybe it's the keyboards that get to me, and I like keyboards. Yeah. I know I've heard them. People like them. It's not like watching Lady Gaga or something, Why didn't he compare? Lady Gaga's more dangerous than a lot of freaking rock bands.
Amen, brother. Lady Gaga fucking rocks.
She does.
She's awesome.
Yeah. But what do you think about that, Jerry?
What did I miss? What is
he says these bands Vampire Weekend and Tame Impala are not dangerous like bands like Guns N' Roses, Aerosmith, and
as far as antics or lyrics?
No,
or
they're just not dangerous. They're tame, they're not like out there like giving you like fucking in your face rock and roll. They're just lame, I guess. That's what he means.
Wait a minute, just like soulless bland music.
Well, they're not dangerous. You know how Guns N' Roses was tearing shit up?
Sure,
Aerosmith was tearing shit up. There's no bands like that.
Or...
They go home to their wives and drink coffee. Then maybe that's what he means.
So does Alice.
Yeah, to be honest with you, dude, I really don't know what he's talking about, so I can't really comment on that. So,
he thought Vampire Weekend would be dressed like
I don't
vampires.
know them. I don't know them.
Yeah,
I can see people can think Ghost is a dangerous band because what they talk about, from what they talk about, lyric wise.
Oh yeah, their lyrics are pretty deep.
So I don't know what you mean. What he's talking about, performance wise, antics. Fucking 1,000 groupies a night.
Maybe he says they're not dangerous on stage. Maybe that's what he means.
Be honest with you, I don't know.
See them being, that doesn't fit their persona. Yeah. It would be weird for them to be like that on stage.
Yeah, I don't
really have no opinion on it because I really don't know. Haven't thought about it. So.
Because when I saw Vampire Weekend live, which was a pretty good show. And it was weird because it was during a festival. So it was a weird collection of bands playing this. I just saw Wu-Tang Clan like 2 hours before that. And Dwight Yoakam that same night on the same stage. And so it was kind of weird to see all these different bands. But it worked out at the end because I enjoyed it. So. They're just up there playing their instruments and playing their songs and he's right. There's nothing dangerous about it, but you don't expect that from them.
Yeah. Shane, you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, there are dangerous-ish bands out there today. If Marilyn Manson would get canceled, he was always dangerous. But today, you got bands like everyone's gonna hate me for this one, but Falling in Reverse. I know they're pretty, but they're pretty heavy. They're pretty cool. They're pretty theatric. Ghost is pretty theatric, pretty dangerous if you look at some of their stage sets. But Motionless in White, Within Temptation, all those bands kind of have some danger to them to a degree. No, there's nobody out there throwing raw meat on the crowd like Wasp did in the 80s,
Right.
That I know of. If somebody knows about that, let me know. Slipknot has always had an aggressive stage show. Like him or love him or hate him, whatever. They've always been a pretty aggressive. So, Alice Cooper's got a point. It's kind of, it's either mellowed a little bit. Not that the music has mellowed a little bit, but everything's kind of become a mainstream stage show. You got to have the same kind of lights, the same kind of backdrop, the same kind of sound,
same set.
And everyone complains like, well, they can't do the show without a laptop. They shouldn't do the show. No, that's not the point. The laptop syncs the lights, syncs the little bit of tracking they do have, because there is sequence. Queensryche was laptopping it on the Promised Land tour. big time. So not that they weren't playing their instruments, but everything was synced to a computer, to a laptop, the lighting, the little stuff, the little chiclets they dropped in were all sequenced to a laptop or a computer at the time. So that's nothing new. So people say, well, if they don't have their laptops, they can't do a show, they shouldn't be on fucking stage. Well, that's bullshit. Because they are playing their instruments, but another 30% of the show is production, and that all comes from the laptop. And that's that. I got off on the wrong trail there. I missed the question.
That's cool. We do that all the time, man. Right, Jerry?
Sure.
Sure.
But that is a good point of how stage shows are. I mean, it's 30% or more of computer work. If not, it's not like there's somebody back there flicking the switch and all that. It's all computerized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to another story. When I was a kid, I used to teach school, and I only had 3 or 4 channels, and I would sit there and watch Days of Our Lives on NBC at 12 p.m. when nobody was home. It's the only thing I could watch. And I seen Arlene Sorkin she was the Calliope Jones on there, and she played with the actor, the guy who played John DeLange. She was his girlfriend on Days of Our Lives. I seen him there before Q. So she was really funny. And then I watched Batman the Animated Series all the time. I didn't realize she was the voice of Harley Quinn on there. And that's fucking really cool. So I liked her 2 things, and I didn't even know about the second thing until she died. I didn't know she was the voice of Harley Quinn and Batman. I knew Kevin Conroy was Batman. He passed away, I think, a couple of years ago. So everybody's dying on that show. So what do you have any thoughts on Arlene, Andy?
I'm sad that she passed away for her and her family, but I never watched Days of Our Lives, and I never watched the Batman animated series. I didn't know who Harley Quinn was, so my condolences to her and her family.
That was fucking great animation, man. Shane, any thoughts on that?
I really don't, other than apparently she was very admired and condolences to the family, but I'd be lying if I said I actually knew her work.
You never watched Batman the animated series?
Never.
Do you like stuff like that?
What's that?
Do you like stuff like that?
Yeah, big time.
Well, you should go watch Batman the animated series, and you'll like it. Seriously, it's very well written. I have a movie right here from it called Batman the Killing Joke. That was from the animated series. Mark Hamill plays the Joker.
No kidding.
Mark Hamill is the Joker in that series. He does.
I will check it out. I will absolutely check it out.
In the last video game, they did a tribute to Mark Hamill because he retired from being the Joker in cartoons, because he still does the movies. And they put a lightsaber on top of one of the buildings as a cookie in that game for Mark Hamill.
That's cool.
That's pretty. Any thoughts on Arlene, Jerry?
I have watched the Batman series, but I didn't know the people I knew Mark Hamill was in it. I prefer the Kaylee Cuoco Harley Quinn series over that one myself.
Because you like Kaylee. No.
Well, who doesn't? I mean, come on. I mean, Days of Our Lives. I mean, look a fucking background to it. I think I watched Days of Our Lives.
Okay, dude. There was nothing on TV. I watched Days of Our Lives and Donahue until cartoons came on at 4:00.
I mean, it sucks when people die, and condolences to the family. I mean, it's sad for them, but Days of Our Lives, I don't. All I know is that stupid hourglass thing. That's all I know about Days of Our Lives.
Yeah. I like Sens.
Is that the Luke and Laura thing?
No, that was General Hospital. Fuck that show. That show sucks.
I don't.
But
that show sucked.
Fuck General Hospital. I like the NBC soaps, man. Yeah, I'm giving out too much information. Somebody's gonna make a meme.
The real
Mark watches Days of Our Lives.
The real true male fucking soap opera is the fucking wrestling dude. That's the male soap opera.
Yeah, I don't like it. I like the real shit. But all right, man. If you guys are fans for Batman animated series, I just found that out. But I like Days of Our Lives. She's a fun actress, and John DeLange was in there. You love Q.
John Delancey.
Whatever his name is, but that's it.
Let me stop the train right here. You guys all mentioned General Hospital. We're doing Yacht Rock. Do you understand that General Hospital was the inspiration behind one of the biggest Yacht Rock songs by Chris Christopher Cross. Think of Laura. Think of Laura.
Yeah.
Oh,
It came from General Hospital.
and that's
I don't know
Right.
that because I never watched it, but my mom lived on it when I was a little kid. So
No, it was about a woman that she knew, man. He knew. I know about that song. About one of his people a woman that he knew died.
Yeah, but that Luke and Laura shit, even if you weren't a General Hospital fan, it was all over the fucking news. Like all the news is
I
going, the
remember
Luke and
hearing
Laura
about it.
wedding. Remember, it was like the Princess Di was getting married. It was like Luke and Laura was bigger than Princess Di.
I do remember that big ado about it, but
Dude, it was I didn't watch it, but I knew about it.
Shit like that.
Entertainment Tonight, ABC News, CBS. I was all about Luke and Laura got married on the soap opera General Hospital.
Did he have some kind of frizzy hair?
Yes.
Okay, I think I.
Hey, have you ever seen UHF?
Oh, actually, the woman that played Laura is married to. Who's she married to? Fuck me.
No, I don't want to.
I'll get back to that.
Hey, but did you ever watch the movie UHF from Weird Al?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God, a long time ago.
Anthony Geary was the alien, the scientist, helping him. That was him. That was Luke. Little trivia for it. But let's get into something that everybody talks about. Who should play the fucking Super Bowl? Whatever. Fucking, we've had it with all this lip syncing at the Super Bowl. We want to see a real rock band like Tom Petty, Bruce Springsteen, Metallica. But the Las Vegas governor said he told the NFL he wants AC/DC for the Vegas Super Bowl.
Jonathan Frakes' wife.
Oh yeah. So what do you think about that, Jerry?
What's the question again? I'm sorry.
Las Vegas Nevada governor said he wants AC/DC to play the Super Bowl halftime show.
That'd be cool, but I don't think it's going to happen. Super Bowl is based on popularity, man. It really is. I mean, you're never going to see Metallica. Not popularity to mainstream. Rock is not mainstream right now, so I don't think you're ever going to see a rock band headline. You might see one guest in somebody's set list or something during the halftime. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, what do you think about?
It's all up to your Beyonce's or your Taylor Swift. That's the stuff that Super Bowl wants.
Taylor Swift keeps saying no to them. Andy, what do you think about it?
Well, I don't think the governor has a say-so of who plays the Super Bowl performance in their state. So it doesn't matter what he thinks. It'd be great to see AC/DC, but it's not going to happen. The Super Bowl, they've been wanting to keep it family-friendly, and AC/DC music is not family-friendly. That's all there is to it. Even
wardrobe malfunctions are.
Yeah.
That's completely family friendly.
So they're never going to have Cardi B?
No, of course not. I don't think so.
I think the only rock band that has a chance is Queen.
I think Metallica has a chance too. Metallica's pretty ingrained.
Metallica wasn't able to play San Francisco. I don't think they're ever going to have the chance to, man. That would have been perfect playing that Super Bowl, man, in San Francisco.
Who played that one?
That was the Broncos. That was the Broncos and Panthers.
Was it that Beyonce and Coldplay?
Might have been, yeah.
Yeah, Coldplay.
It's around that era, yeah.
Hey, Coldplay is a good band.
They are first 3 albums, and then they suck after that.
Oh yeah, the first 3 albums were really good, and after
first
that,
3 albums. I like the first 3 Coldplay albums. So there you go.
In fact, after the Super Bowl is when they got really poppy.
Ew. That Vida La Vida, Vida, fuck that shit. It's like, what the fuck is now you're fucking becoming an orchestra with those fucking drums. What the fuck?
But Parachutes was awesome.
Yeah, that was great. Fuck, I love that fucking Yellow.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Shane, what do you think about the Super Bowl, man?
Prince was the last good Super Bowl performance because I love
probably
Prince.
Right.
But because he really played in the rain, he was really playing his instrument. It was really good. But AC/DC playing the Super Bowl, it's not going to happen. We all know that. And it, like you said, it's all based on popularity. But come on, man, who watches football? who is tuning into the Super Bowl for the right reasons? It's the four of us. Our age range, our musical taste. Not that everybody, I mean, I think they need to switch it up. I think they need not to have one primary performer, but maybe to switch it up between four different genres. You can have your R&B, you can have your hip hop, you can have your metal or hard rock.
They did that when they had Britney Spears and Aerosmith and Janet Jackson, remember?
Well, see, and that was amazing. And they need to do that again.
Yeah.
They need
to make a good point. You mentioned a good point, Shane, about you ever watch a game, like in between plays, what are they playing most of the time? Rock songs.
They're playing Crazy Train. Like they're playing Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah. Welcome to the Jungle.
The Final Countdown.
Yep.
Big sports song too.
We can pull Europe.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. So I guess I agree with all you guys, man. But I'm crossing my fingers that we get some kind of rock band in there because rock is actually rising up. I don't care if it's Greta Van Fleet. Fucking bring them on there. It's better than fucking what they've been putting on there. I'd watch them in a second over hip hop, R&B, or whatever. Bring them on there. But you could bring them on there with Dirty Honey. Dirty Honey's getting pretty popular right now. So
Dirty Honey's not gonna play the Super Bowl.
No, they could be one of the opening acts.
Come on, dude.
No, they're not even going to be in the city.
I think the four of us got the same chance of playing the Super Bowl as they do, man.
I just said, well, you put it like a bunch of young bands on it. Rival Sons, I think, could play the Super Bowl.
They're all good bands. They're all great bands, man, but they're never
good. Rival Sons, man. That last album, Dark Fighter's fucking amazing.
Lightbringer is coming out in October.
Lightbringer, I already pre-ordered that shit. I already heard the first single. I go, fuck, man, this band just does not stop.
There's no better. We call them a new band.
They've been around
like what,
15
years, 20 years
almost?
Yeah, I mean, they're a good band, and they're, I need to dig more into them because Mark's a really good fan, so I'm going to dig more into that, but it'd be great, but they're not going to play the Super Bowl. Have they announced who's playing this year yet?
No, not yet.
No.
Okay.
It's like I was listening to that album this morning, Dark Fighter, the last album, and they're coming out with the new album, 2 albums in a year. Better than those 2 Chili Peppers albums that came out because I like this whole first. Like, and it's short. What is it, like under 40 minutes? Like, cool fucking album. It's really short, 10 songs, 12 songs. Really good album, man. But that song, Nobody Wants to Die, it's like he starts fucking saying, nobody wants to die, but you're gonna have to. And I'm all fucking it. And he goes, nobody's gonna save you. It's like fucking, the dude is just bringing it. It's like the band is fucking on fire, man. Like, and I was just like playing it. I showed it to a couple friends at work today and they loved it. Go, who's this band? I go, Rival Sons. Listen to Nobody Wants to Die. And I can put it on their iTunes. I go, oh shit, this is awesome. But let's get into the main attraction, Jerry.
All right, let's get into the Yacht Rock, man. Pour yourself a glass of wine, light up a cigar, and let's get into some Yacht Rock.
Yes, Captain. All right, man. Let's start off with you, Andy. What's your number 11 Yacht Rock? Are you doing a side 1, side 2?
Yeah, I'll do 6 and 5. That's
6
fine.
And 5? Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do too.
I'll do 6 and 5. But I'm gonna start off with I didn't put them like that. I ranked them. So, but I'm gonna start off my album by the band Ace with How Long has this been going on?
God, we know all these songs.
And really, it's not about a relationship. It's about the singer finding out that the guitar player is starting his own band, and that's what the song's about. That they were forming a different band under his nose when he thought that band was supposed to be it. His partner was forming another band on the side, and that's what the song is about. I'm not as quiet as dumb as I seem. Yep, it's a good song.
Good tune, man. Good song.
Yeah, I think that's sung by Paul Carrick as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Charles is number 11 because he didn't give me side 1, side 2, so I'll start with the bottom with him. I'll just rank him 11 to 1. 11, he picks Summer Breeze, Seals, and Croft. There's a great version by Shaw. There's a better version of the song by Shaw and Blades on their covers album, Summer Breeze. I like their harmonies better with Tommy Shaw and Jack Blades, but what do you guys think about Seals and Croft? That song, anything?
Oh yeah, that's a good song.
Good tune, man. Nothing wrong with it.
A smooth song. It's pretty.
It always reminds me of a song. Oh well, that song always reminds me of my wife and I went to a New Year's Eve bash at a bar with years ago, and the cover band there was playing that song, and I just remember, it was just a good New Year's Eve party, and they busted out that song. It always reminds me of that night.
So, Shane, are you doing it ranking them 11 to 1, or are you doing an album like side 1, side 2?
I think we'll do side 1, side 2.
Okay, start with your first track on side 1
then. Ambrosia, The Biggest Part of Me.
Oh shit. I know that one too.
Good song. I mean, geez. I can put the stuff. I mean, it makes you feel so melancholy, but still the most kind of relaxed. And yeah, man, you can have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
A little doobie, and then enjoy the night.
Powerade.
Well, Powerade, I like it.
Vape joint.
I feel like shit. I got a cold at the concert the other night, and I'm just fucking dragging tonight. So
I told you have a hot toddy. Dang, that does work. It does clear up your sinuses and everything. But Jerry, I guess you're side 1, track 1?
Yeah, 6 and 5 I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a song that actually has Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham doing the background vocals. And I think this song was actually written about Stevie Nicks, I think, because I think the guy had a crush on her or dated her, I don't know. But I'm talking about Magnet and Steel by Walter Egan. Good fucking tune.
Great
song. A lot of people don't realize that Stevie and Lindsey in the background of that song, but it is. So
I didn't know
that. Classic yacht rock song, man. You can't go an hour on a yacht rock radio station not hear that song. So,
I never heard that song before. That's weird.
You never heard Magnet and Steel?
I don't think so.
I don't think I've heard it either.
My magnet.
No, I never heard it.
Steel. What?
No, I've never heard that song before.
It must be a southern thing. I don't know.
What?
I'm from
Come on,
Texas.
Shane. I've never heard that song, right,
joking.
Shane?
Maybe I've heard it. Send me the link after the show, Jerry. I'll tell you if I heard it.
I didn't know Stevie did backgrounds on it though. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
You can't unhear it now. Once you hear the song, you hear her voice clear as day. Once you know that,
we'll listen to it again. Yes.
Wow, that's a surprise. I thought the big yacht rock song.
I never heard it.
Oh,
Chris Czynszak knows more yacht rock than anybody though. Like him and Dave Tedder. Talk to those guys, man. Oh shit. I have at the end of this, I have our list of fans who wrote their number 1 song down. But I almost forgot about that. Thank God I remembered. Then I get to my track 1 on side 1. I'm gonna go with Black Cow, Steely Dan. Like I didn't know that was a drink, man. When I listened to this as a kid, and I figured out, Black Cow is a drink, and then I could hear the lyrics. Get your big black cow and get out of here. It's like fucking. Yeah, I didn't know it was a drink, and I go, fuck yeah, I gotta pick an alcoholic song there, man. It's fucking Steely Dan rules, man. I've never considered them yacht rock, but
they're yacht rock. They're not yacht rock.
Oh, they're yacht rock. I don't know, man.
I think they're yacht rock.
I have no idea.
I consider them a little bit pop jazz.
But like I said,
it's
the
jazz
term
rock
yacht rock,
fusion.
it's so wide, that we consider yacht rock. So
well, they're like a modern smooth jazz. I mean, when you think about it,
Ooh.
They're progressive a little bit, jazz a little bit, they're pop a little bit. Yeah.
It's really hard to pinpoint them, but they're fantastic.
Yeah, they're really good. So that's my track 1, and then we go to your track 2 on side 1, Andy.
Yeah. Let me see here. So I'm a big Steely Dan fan, and I just couldn't put him on this list. But I could this guy, even though Mark doesn't like him, James Taylor, with Her Town. This used to be her town. This used to be my town too. It's a good song. He's a virtuoso on guitar. Even though he
Absolutely, man.
doesn't
He
sing,
is. Great
that dude
songwriter. Great
burns. Oh
songwriter.
yeah, yep, it really is.
So
It's fantastic.
now
And
go
I
ahead.
think George Harrison is the one that kind of discovered him because his first album, because he was an Apple recording artist when Apple had spread out to sign recording artists, but of course Apple Records fell, so James Taylor had to go. I don't know where he went, but yeah, he was an Apple recording artist in the beginning.
Dang, that's cool. Yeah, you guys can like James Taylor. He just puts me to sleep. So that's about it. He's a great songwriter. I'd love the cover of Fire and Rain by Badlands.
He's got some rocking songs. He does.
Yeah, he does.
But his voice is
his
so
version of Fire and Rain. Woo.
Oh yeah, what a song!
So soothing. It's like
what a song that is, man.
Oh man, so beautiful.
He's like the Celine Dion of the 70s to me.
What?
The voice, it's just too perfect. It's like, oh god. But Shane, what's your track 2 on side 2? Oh wait, let me do Charles's number 10. No Tell Lover, Chicago.
Nice.
That's a great fucking song.
That's correct.
I didn't know Chicago was yacht rock either. Fuck.
Yeah.
They can be for sure.
No, yeah.
Definitely. I think people just like to fucking put names on shit. But go ahead, Shane. What's your number 2 track on side 1?
It's gonna be Andy's pick, Ace, How Long. It's a great song.
That might show up again on my list.
And I only recently found out the story behind How Long, because you would think it would be an affair between a man or a woman, somebody asking like, how long's this been going on? And when I read into it, Andy was correct. It was about like, you're forming this band behind my back and I'm going to be ousted. And it's like, how long has this been going on? So it's still an affair, either way you look at it.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah. So Jerry, what's your track 2, side 2? Side 1.
This is from a guy that personifies yacht rock, man. You cannot discuss yacht rock without mentioning this guy. Talk about Christopher Cross, Sailing.
Yeah.
You talk about great ballad songs, dude. That is a fucking brilliant tune. So it got this cool flowing guitar riff behind these awesome vocals, man. Guy's incredible. I don't know what you call him, a crooner. No, I wouldn't call him a crooner, but
no.
We talk about James Taylor being an awesome songwriter, man. He was an awesome songwriter as well. At least for the first part of the '80s, anyway.
He never lost it. He just got less popular, but he never lost it.
Yeah.
Okay, should he have won Best New Artist from the Grammys over the Pretenders' first album? No.
Well,
that Pretenders' first album rules.
That first album is the greatest hits album almost, man.
So is the Pretenders, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, but the thing is that Christopher Cross was being played on the radio across the board because of that album. The Pretenders weren't. I mean, they had the one hit off that album, even though I do love the Pretenders. I think they're fantastic. I do too.
Love
But when those albums came out, and for Best New Artist, it had to go to Christopher Cross. There were like 3 or 4 songs off that album. And then Arthur's Theme, which was a big hit, wasn't even on that album. So yeah.
Yep.
And that Pretenders debut album was not Grammy approved. It was a good rock album, but not for Best New Artist.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, but I think the Pretenders are bigger than Christopher Cross now. So
of course they are. Yeah, of course. So they were better too. But
yeah. So that's your number 2 on side 1, Jerry?
Yep.
Okay, then I'll go. This guy might be coming like back on a background vocals or something, because I think he's probably like yacht rock king. Michael McDonald, but this isn't Michael McDonald. This is when he was with the Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute.
Yep.
And this guy is a yacht rock king.
Are you sure that's a Michael solo song, ain't it?
No, it's Minute by Minute by the Doobie Brothers. Minute by minute by minute
Oh, I thought that was a solo song. Okay.
No,
right.
that was the Doobies, dude. That was off their album Minute by Minute.
All right. Okay.
Title track.
Yeah, and in fact, I liked Doobie Brothers during the Michael McDonald years. That's my Doobie Brothers.
I like them both, man. I'm glad they're doing a tour together with both. That's like that was like a tour I wanted to see with Dave Beckler and Jimmy Jamerson. They did do that, and then Jimmy had a fucking heart attack. You don't do coke after 50, asshole. Fuck, I would have loved to seen Survivor with both lead singers. That would have been awesome. But so Minute by Minute was my track 2. What's your track 3 on side 1, Andy?
Oh yeah, track 3. But that was a good song, man. I like that one. Let me see here. I don't know why this number 3, Ambrosia. That's How Much I Feel
for you, baby. I know that song. We're all singing it. We're like metal fucking alternative heads singing.
Dude, we say it all the time. Metalheads have the most,
eclectic. I mean, we really do like a large range.
Different genres.
Because under the rock umbrella, there's so much underneath what can be rock.
But supposedly, like Charles says, I don't like metal. I just don't like the metal bands he likes. That's a dig on you, Charles. I do like metal. I just like metal that you like. King Diamond, I don't. There you go. So, oh man. Okay, so what's your number 3 on side 1, Shane?
I'm going with Christopher Cross, but I'm going Arthur's theme. When you get caught between the moon and New York
City.
That is a good song.
Yes, sir.
That's a great movie too.
Oh yeah.
Liza Minnelli.
Oh God, that was a fucking. Definitely more deserved an Oscar.
You know what movie that was good, but it's not as good as you remember? The movie 10. Because as a kid, when you saw Brooke Shields, what's her name?
Bo Derek.
Bo Derek. When you saw Bo Derek, it's like you were ignoring Dudley Moore. You were just watching her.
Oh, yeah.
So I watched it again, and it wasn't as good because I wasn't staring at her no more. I was trying to see what Dudley was doing in that movie. So at that time,
he was a world-class piano player, man, and he really was in real life. Dudley
Dudley Moore ruled. Even Arthur 2 on the Rocks is good. Or did you ever see that movie with him and Eddie Murphy where that bombed? I forgot that one.
You're talking about Best Defense.
Best Defense, where they filmed them separate. They never had a scene together in there.
But the father on Arthur, who was Liza Minnelli's dad, was the father on Seinfeld, Morty.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was Morty.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So
some great characters on that movie, Arthur. So John Gielgud playing the Hop.
Tell him to eat a plum.
Fucking incredible. The guy was hilarious in that role, man.
I need to watch that movie again. I haven't watched it in years. I like Arthur 2 on the Rocks too.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't that.
Arthur 2 was all right. Yeah.
So what's your that new Arthur with that Grant?
Oh my God, dude! What a
Russell Brand.
Russell Brand. That was horrible.
What a piece of shit that was. That should never had even gone out to the public.
Yeah, a good movie with Russell Brand is Get Him to the Greek.
That movie sucked.
One. Oh, you didn't like Get Him to the Greek?
Oh. His best movie was Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah. That's a good one. But I like Get Him to the Greek.
Great movies. Those are 2 great movies.
Yeah.
Get Him to the Greek was too damn long.
Yeah, I liked it. We already did your number 3, Shane.
My number 3?
Yeah, your number 3.
Okay.
Because Andy just did his.
You said Arthur's.
Oh, you did Arthur's theme. Okay. Jerry, you're number 3. Side 1. Sorry, we got sidetracked.
Yeah, I had a tough time picking between this guy's 2 greatest songs. I only tried to pick one song per artist. It was either Dreamweaver or the one I picked, Love is Alive by Gary Wright. That's the one I'm picking.
And
y'all know that song? Come on, you know that one.
Yeah, I know that one.
Okay. My heart is
I like Gary Wright. I should play him on netmetalstation.com.
My love's like a
I should play Dreamweaver. Oh, I got that one. Fucking be a good curveball. Oh,
yeah,
it's got some really good keyboard work on it.
Yeah,
yeah, it does.
He's like the master of the guitar keyboard too, man. He always plays the guitar keyboard.
So,
but anyway, that's my number 8.
I'm gonna go to this. I love good harmony, so yeah, I like some yacht rock, man. Come on. That's why I like Extreme, the harmonies, Mr. Big, the harmonies on those bands. Fucking Nelson, the harmonies, man. I fucking Vixen, harmonies. Good Bon Jovi, harmonies. Like, I don't know why you guys don't like harmonies. You guys make fun of those bands. Trickster has some good shit out too. After the first album, they made good albums. Here is a good album. You should check out the album Here. Their second album that got Behind the Nirvana Wall, like Eddie Trunk was talking about. But
yeah.
I'm going to Baby Come Back.
You can play it.
I was Player. Baby Come Back.
Good tune, dude.
That song, you listen to that song, it's in your head all fucking day. That chorus does not leave your fucking head. It's so fucking catchy as fuck. And it's like, it reminds me a little of Steely Dan harmonies they have on there. Steely Dan harmonies again. Fucking great. But Steely Dan was basically a two-man band with studio musicians. It was Becker and Fagan. So that was Steely Dan. They had members of Doobie Brothers in there sometimes. So that's why they get those good harmonies. So, but yeah, Player, Baby Come Back. So what's your number 4 on side 1, Andy?
My number 4 is going to be Player, Baby Come Back. Any kind of fool. I was
wrong. I just can't live without you.
I was wrong.
And I just can't. Yeah, that's all. I mean,
I think we got a Yacht Rock cover band in the works here, man. So
I know, but that song's been in our lives ever since we can remember. Going to school, listening to FM radio on the way to school. That song, you know.
Yeah, it sticks in your head. You just remember it. It's like, damn. But we get to Charles's number 9, and like I said, the king of fucking yacht rock. He picked the Doobie Brothers with Mr. Michael McDonald. I wonder if one of you guys picked Yamo Be There with him and another dude. That'd be cool. I just remembered that song. I would have put that on my list right now. But What a Fool Believes. What a fool believes.
Almost on my list. Almost on my list.
That's a fucking great pick, Charles.
Yeah.
Michael McDonald rules. Fuck that fucking dude and the fucking the 40-year-old virgin says, I hear Michael McDonald one more time. Fuck you. Michael McDonald rules.
That by Motown.
Yeah.
His Motown DVD.
All right. So we get to let's see, you're number 4 on side 1, Shane.
Well, I hate to say it. Player, Baby Come Back.
It's like, woo, except for Charles.
We got a sweep almost.
Yeah.
What haven't we said about that song? I love harmonies. Yeah. You listen to that, it's so smooth. It's just so awesome. They can put as much reverb on that as they want, but those voices would still melt. I mean, it's great. So,
yeah. It's a great song.
What's your number 4 side 1, Jerry?
Every time I hear this song, I think it's Happy Gilmore when he's talking in the speaker. Remember that? Till the night closes in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
The Chinese woman's outside, she comes in.
I forgot about that song.
And they can't
great one.
Oh, he's just... I love that part. I want to
kiss you all over.
Yeah.
That old chick spends the night. Are you guys going to stick cereal?
You want breakfast? You want breakfast?
Oh, yeah, you want breakfast?
Oh, shit.
That's a cool tune. And unfortunately, it's one of the only songs I really know by that band. I know they've had a lot of albums, but.
Yeah, there were more country after that.
Yeah, I think so too. That's probably why I don't know.
Throughout the 80s, Exile.
Yeah, but that was a monster song. I mean, that's again another classic yacht rock song in my opinion. Anyway, catchy as hell. And like I said, I always go back to Happy Gilmore when I hear that song. So.
Oh yeah, that's a thing that sticks out about Adam Sandler movies. He really has really good soundtracks on there.
He does. Yes, he does.
God,
He has some good songs on.
He's one of us.
Yeah, he is.
He's one of us.
And I was watching a movie with my wife that just came out on Netflix that his daughters come out in, and it's just that this has so much fame and fortune, but every time he does a project or He just like a regular guy. He brings all of his buddies with him. He's a cool guy. I like him.
I like the Ridiculous Six.
I've never seen it.
It's like fucking like screwball comedy, dude. It's like an awesome. It's got that dude who played that wolf in that fucking vamp movie. He's fucking funny in there. What's that wolf guy?
Taylor Lautner.
Taylor Lautner's in there. It's fucking funny, dude. He made that guy funny. Like, fuck yeah.
He's actually kind of a cool dude if you get him away from fucking that Twilight shit.
So is the other guy. He played Batman. Fucking, I like. And
I still haven't seen that one yet. I still have not seen it.
He was in the movie Tenet too.
Yeah,
that's a good movie too. So, Robert Patterson. I liked it. I was thinking it's gonna be a fucking Twilight Batman movie, dude. That is one of the best Batman movies I've seen in years.
And then I forgot her name and Twilight, but she was really good in that movie Adventureland too.
She wasn't good playing Joan Jett.
Kristen, what's her name?
Kristen something Stewart.
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, and did you guys watch that last Charlie's Angels movie? That was horrible.
Oh God, no!
I watched half of it because it's on Stars, and we have Stars. I can't watch anymore. I turned the shit off. I go, this is horrible.
I didn't even like the Drew Barrymore.
I like those ones. Lucy Liu is hot. But where are we at, guys? We went off track.
I just did Exile, I think.
Exile, right? Okay. So then I get to mine, I guess, right? So my number 4 is Bobby Goldsboro, Summer the First Time.
Don't know that one.
Yeah, it's pretty good, dude. If you hear it, you'll listen. I heard it the other day. I go, I know that song. Song rules. It's pretty good, man. I think that's the only hit he had. Seriously. But Bobby Goldsboro, Summer the First Time. So write it down so you can listen to it later. Hear me now and listen to me later.
Hear me now?
Hear me now. No, I'm doing freaking Hans and Franz. Hear me now and listen to me later. You're like a little girl. You have muscles like a little girl, you little girly man. Okay. All right. Back to bad. That was bad comedy right there. But what's your number 5, Andy?
This song is weird that it's number 5. It's an instrumental, and it reminds me of my dad. And I lost my dad when I was 5. So I don't know why this song reminds me of him. But it's Chuck Mangione, Feels So Good.
Oh, I know that one.
Every time I hear that song, it just reminds me of him. And I heard it on the Yacht Rock channel the other day. And I've got a double. Huh?
There's a channel?
Yeah, on Sirius XM, the Yacht Rock.
I usually listen to Deep Tracks. That's about, or Eddie Trunk. That's about it.
Yeah, it's channel 14.
Oh,
it's
cool.
the Yacht
Check
Rock
it out.
channel.
My wife will love that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She wants to see this band called Yacht Rock.
And there's another channel that's kind of like it called The Bridge.
The Bridge, yep.
That's what I listen to because I don't pay for the extra subscription to get 14.
Yeah.
All right, man. So what's your number 5, Mooger?
This is a tough one. So I'm going to actually close out my side 1 with 5 tracks, and I'll go side 2 with 6.
Okay.
But I'm going to go Robert John, Sad Eyes.
What a song, dude. Yeah.
Oh, I know that song.
Turn the other way.
I
don't want to see you cry.
Hey, you get an episode of Mark's
what a
Bad
good
Karaoke.
song. He's like, I'm breaking up with you. Just turn away because I don't want to see your sad eyes.
Good tune, man.
It's a great song. My God, it sounds so good.
Yeah.
So, Jerry, what's your number 5 on side 1?
My number 5 is what's my number 5, dude? Hold on, sorry. Oh yeah. Imagine putting an ad in the newspaper for a one-night stand and finding out the person answers it is your wife or girlfriend. Escape, the Pina Colada song, Rupert Holmes, man.
Yeah, good song.
Do you like pina coladas?
Go there to meet some girl you can hook up with, and it's your wife or girlfriend or whatever. That's fucked up shit there, man.
You know that would be a perfect Sammy Hagar cover. I don't know why he's never done that.
Jeez, of course.
Why?
Because he's a party guy. That's a good song for
Yeah,
him,
he's a
man.
party guy and he's fun to listen to, but not that song.
Yeah,
Oh man,
music-
it would really kill him on the other Facebook pages if we did that.
All right. So Pina Colada by you, Jerry.
Yep.
Good song.
Okay, so then I go to my number 5, Seals and Croft. I think we already talked about Summer Breeze. Makes me. I like the Shaw Blades version better. So that's kind of, they do it the same way, kind of yacht rock. I just like their voices better. So Shaw and Blades or Seals and Crofts. Check out both versions; they're both good. So what you're still on side 1, Andy? 6?
Yeah, I'm about to close it out.
Okay.
Jimmy Buffett, Margaritaville. I love that song. It's such a cool story, you know. So it could be my fault, you know. Everyone knows there's a woman to blame, but I
And
know,
I know it's my own damn
my own
fault.
damn fault.
I do like that song.
There's
Yes.
never been a karaoke bar ever that's ever played that song.
You know what I know what a lot of karaoke bars do is What's Going On. They always play that song. And my wife is the one who does it. She always has to get up there. She has a beautiful voice, by the way. But
She
that's
does,
her song
yes.
to do karaoke on What's Going On. 4 Non-Blondes, I think.
Oh, that one I thought you meant the Marvin Gaye.
No, she does
I
4
like
Non-Blondes. What's Going
Margaritaville,
On?
for sure.
That's
Every-
called What's Up.
every
That's called
karaoke bar
What's
does
Up.
that. And
What's
every
Up is
time I
cool.
hear that on Sirius XM or wherever, and I hear those like steel drums at the end, da, 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 da,
Yeah.
and I'm like, God, I just saw a guy finish that in karaoke. I mean, that's karaoke, whatever.
Yeah.
The Four Non
Karo-
Blondes
Karo-
song. The Four Non Blondes is What's Up. That's the
Yeah.
name of the song.
Oh yeah, What's Up? My bad.
But
mixed it with What's Going On.
And
That's
I say,
too-
hey.
Drifting
too
off
much
the
whiskey
path
on
was-
in the jarro here. But
And in fact, the lead singer Linda Perry she's a big pop writer now. She
oh
writes for a lot
yeah,
of
she's
pop
like
writers.
She
She
writes
wrote
with
for
Pink
Christina
and Lady
Aguilera
Gaga and all
hits.
those people.
Yeah, man, Britney Spears, and she's married to Sarah Gilbert
Oh yeah.
from Roseanne.
Yeah.
So then that was yours, Jerry. Oh wait, I did Summer Breeze, and now Andy, what's your
What about
you
Charles?
did your number 6. And
Mine.
I'm on Charles. Yeah, I'm on Charles.
Charles, because it's
Charles
still Margaritaville.
Charles picked his number 8, since we're doing 11-8, 11-1 on his, is Sailing, Christopher Cross. So getting a lot of Christopher Cross on this episode.
Yeah.
And a lot of Michael McDonald. But that's a good song though, Charles. I always give Jerry shit for listening to Christopher Cross because I just want to fuck with him. But he knows I like Christopher Cross, don't you, Jerry?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all that you gave me shit about it.
But the thing is, I don't give you that good shit. And then I say, I like this song by Christopher Cross. I like this song by Christopher Cross. And you're thinking Mark's full of shit.
Well, 'cause I know you are. I know you are when it comes to Christopher Cross. So.
I know. I just don't. You know what? I always said I don't have a guilty pleasure. He must be a guilty pleasure that I want to hide that I like him. But I like Wham. I ain't guilty about listening to Wham. But so that was your track, Jerry?
Yep. That's
Okay, then
Charles.
We went to Charles. And now
Andy.
Shane, Mooger Fooger, what's your side
Andy.
2?
Did we do
Oh,
Andy?
I thought Andy did his.
Yeah,
Oh,
I did
Andy.
mine already.
Yeah, you did his.
Okay.
It's Shane. Mooger,
Okay.
what's your side 2, track 1?
It's going to be one probably not very well known by everybody, but I've always loved it since the early 80s, and it's called it's Billy Ocean, Stay the Night.
Oh, I like Billy Ocean. I have 2 vinyls by him.
Okay, see, this one's going to get very little discussion because I guarantee you none of you have all.
I've never heard that song before.
I probably never heard it, but I like Billy Ocean.
It's outside of the Caribbean Queen, stuff. And
And that other one he did, he had like 4 hits off that album.
He had a lot of hits off that record.
He had a
Let me
lot
grab
of
it.
Lover
hits off
Boy.
that
Let me
album.
grab it. Let me
That song
grab
called
it.
Lover Boy off that
Yeah.
album.
He's got dreads now.
There's a lot of hits off that record, but this one kind of is my more upbeat yacht rock got some disco in it. It's got some,
Okay.
fever in it. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I'll
And
check
it's
it
good
out.
to kick off the second album because everything else from here on out is pretty sleepy.
Damn. All right, Jerry, what's your track 6 ending side 1?
I am going to close out my album from a song from the great band called Orleans.
No, good one.
Still the one.
I know that one. You still the one.
Another great song, dude. I mean, again, that's another band. Can't think of another song they sing besides that. Can you?
No.
No, I
I guess
don't.
there's a lot of one-hit wonders in yacht rock. I guess maybe.
Yeah, there is.
Except for Michael McDonald and Christopher Cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, that's another great freaking classic yacht rock too, man. An upbeat yacht rock song. So I saw that in my side 1.
Well, Billy Ocean had hits too. He had a lot of hits, like we were talking about. So I'm gonna end my side 1, track 6. Everybody's been talking about him, and I'm a closet Christopher Cross fan, I guess. Ride Like the Wind. I just like do 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 do, and I think Michael McDonald's singing background vocals on that.
Yeah.
There you go.
So he's got to be an honorable mention to this whole thing for sure.
Oh God, Michael McDonald. Like I said, Michael McDonald is the fucking yacht rock king.
Yes.
He is the king of this
Between
genre.
the Dubes and Chris and just his own stuff.
He's been on everything.
Yeah.
Y'all know be there. Come on.
But listen to the lyrics of Ride Like the Wind. They're badass.
They are badass.
And I used to ride my bike to Christopher Cross Ride Like the Wind. That was my starting song. And I'd get 2 miles before that thing was over. That was awesome.
Mine was A Day in the Life by the Beatles. Riding.
Ride your bike too?
Yeah, because they had that part that sounds like a time warp where it goes, so we went in circles like we're coming, and then when the time warp ended, we'd come out and we go, we're in this year, and then the time warp came back and then we said we're home. You know the orchestra, when it sounds like it's going in circles, they have 2 parts of that. We do that on our bikes and just fucking act like and I had one of those single tape recorders with the speaker. I hold it on my bike and me and my friends would just do circles to that part of the Beatles. And I was like 7, 8, fucking awesome.
Awesome, man. That's an awesome story.
Yeah. We thought it was a time warp because it's like, so we went in circles and said we came out in a certain year. And then we got to hurry up and get back. And then the second one, we came back to our own time. Like That's we were weird sci-fi kids, I guess. Back to the Future, man. Well, that didn't come out till years later, but fuck that. I think that's probably why it's my favorite movie, because I have memories of like pretending to time travel and watching the original movie, The Time Machine. Like in watching that movie where the guy's like in the store window just going, he's just going back and forth, and then the Morlocks come and we're evil. They went underground. Fuck, dude. Yeah, Twilight Zone, dude. Like, I think that's why I like the Beatles. They were sci-fi. That's why I love Rush. But that's my okay. I'm next, right, Jerry?
Yeah, I did Orleans. What do you guys do?
Orleans? Mine is another. I think he's kind of a king, not as much as Michael McDonald, but he's up there. Kenny Loggins. If This Is It.
Oh, nice.
Make no mistake about it.
Yeah, this ends my side 1, and then we begin your side 2, Andy.
On my side 2, it's funny you mentioned Kenny Loggins because he sings backup on this song, just like Michael McDonald would, by a song by Robbie Dupree called "Steal Away." Once you steal away into the night.
That's a great fucking song, man.
I think, and again, he was a one-hit wonder because after that, and I mean that song was everywhere at that time. He would perform it on stage at the American Music Awards, and such a big track. And sometimes you wonder if these guys were so good, why didn't they last longer? Like our rock guys that do album after album for years. And then it makes you think that maybe he didn't write it. Maybe it was a songwriter and he performed it. And after that, songwriters move on to somebody new. Just like they do with country with country stars back in the 90s. That's why, after their songwriters leave, there's not much for them to sing anymore.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it might be.
All right, then we get to Charles's number 7 on his 11-1 list. Hey 19, Steely Dan. It's a fucking great song.
Nice. Great song.
I got into Steely Dan because I needed another CD to fill out my Columbia House scam, and it had the fucking Steely Dan's greatest hits. So I said, I'll get that, and every song on there was fantastic. I was like, God, where this band? This is like in the 90s. I go, this band fucking rules. Because I put it in. I go, I'm gonna hear this. I did get another album for the Columbia House scam. What's that? That fucking Fine Young Cannibals? That CD sucked. That CD sucked. She drives me crazy. That CD drove me crazy. But I needed something else to fill out the freaking 12 CDs. So Fine Young Cannibals, I gave it to somebody. Here, you want this shit? Take it.
Good thing.
Good.
So that Steely Dan was the greatest hits, Steely Dan? Is that what you got?
Yeah, I got the greatest hits. That's what got me into there. And like, I'm talking for Charles, man. So Hey 19 fucking rules. Great pick, Charles. So then we get to you, Mooger Fooger. What's your number track 2 on side 2?
Yeah, side 2. So I'm going with 10cc. I'm Not in Love.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So 10cc, you talk about harmonies, you talk about smooth, you talk about great songwriting. Holy smokes. I mean, I love these guys. I mean, they have everything going for them. They got, I mean, you listen to any 10cc song, what's not to love? But this is the one I narrowed down.
Are they still around?
No.
They still tour?
No, they're now 80cc.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They did that video where they made a comeback where the faces were changing to different faces.
Right.
I hated that fucking video. Fucking stop it.
Anyway, hey, love me or hate me, 10cc.
Oh, dude, I don't hate anyone for liking stuff I don't like.
Freaking Eric Stewart, is that the guitar player's name in that band? Really good guitar player, man. So
I literally have no history on this band other than the songs I love.
Yeah, I know guitar players. Even bands I don't like, I know the guitar player from them, at least most of the time.
Jerry's a guitar nerd. So Jerry, what's your number track 2 on side 2?
Again, this is a band that's borderline yacht rock, but this song is definitely yacht rock by them. I don't care what anybody says. I'll give you a hint. It was covered fantastically by Weezer. Africa by Toto. Africa from Toto, man. Fucking great band. Fucking Steve Lukather, man. Oh, what a fucking guitar player he is.
Oh, yeah.
Picaro drums, man.
Yep. Love the feeling of the drum. I love the percussion in that song. I love the transitions between the verse to the chorus. Got that real powerful change in the chorus. Great song, dude. Love it. That's my opening track, side 2, song 1.
Oh, that's your opening track. Yeah, my bad. And then I get to my opening track on wait, that was your opening?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing 6 and 5, dude.
Oh, you did. Well, I did. Well, I already said.
Except me, I'm going 5 and 6.
I'm confused, but I'll just go to the next one I had.
Just
Gary Rafferty, Baker Street.
Ah.
The sax rules in that fucking song.
I like his other song, right down the line, better than that one. But that's a good tune.
I like that fucking song. I like the sax, man.
What did you like about? Have you ever heard the Foo Fighters?
Oh yeah.
No, I haven't.
Ooh, no, you haven't heard the Foo Fighters do that?
What album
basically,
is
that sax solo is being played by a lead guitar, and it's amazing.
Oh, I gotta hear that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's an awesome cover.
What album is it on?
I don't think it was on
Color.
It wasn't on that double cover album where they did Darling Nikki.
I think it might have been on the Color and Shade, but
no, it wasn't on there.
Not on the Color and Shade.
It wasn't. Okay.
No, it wasn't on there at all. I know that whole album.
Look it up.
I think it was on the album with Darling Nikki where they did a bunch of covers, man.
They did. Yeah, it might be there.
All right. So then, Jerry, what's your? Oh, you already did yours.
Yep.
My turn. I already did mine. So it's your turn, Andy.
It's my turn. And I'm going to go with Michael McDonald. This one is a solo track off of his debut album. His debut album's awesome. And it's a really good song. And I remember back in the 90s, this beat was lifted by Warren G and Nate Dogg. And I remember when it would come on the radio, I was with my friends, and then I was like, "Oh, I love this song." And then the regulators. I was like, "Oh, that sucked," you know. But it's I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore.
I love that song.
Getting that's a good track by Michael McDonald. In fact, that was his first solo hit because he broke away from the Doobie Brothers and everybody else he sang for, and he finally went on his own, and that was the first hit off of there. Yeah. I keep getting, and it's such a great bass line too. Boom, boom, boom.
Sure is, man.
Yeah, it's a good song.
So then we get to a song by Charles that I don't even know. I know the band, Superstar Carpenters.
Oh, dude, you don't know Superstar,
dude?
No, I don't.
Carpenters. You know the Carpenters.
I don't like the Carpenters. I blocked them out of my memory.
Remember you told me you
loved me. Remember they sang out Tommy Boy?
Tommy Boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that song. I kind of try to forget about that.
You can change it if you want. I'm good with it if you want.
She's like the James Taylor of the female singers. You know, I want to go to sleep.
Oh, dude, she's got a beautiful voice. One of the best voices.
So does James Taylor. It just makes me want to go to sleep. That's it.
No way.
Yeah,
good drummer too.
I would rather hear Steve Perry, man.
Just pure talent, the Carpenters, because her brother was the one that composed everything and wrote everything.
Yeah, I didn't say they weren't talented. I just said it just puts me to sleep.
I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah,
there's a lot of.
That's what Yacht Rock's supposed to do. Yacht Rock does put you to sleep.
There's lots of. Not all this Yacht Rock will put you to sleep. But Superstar, that was Charles's, and then we get to yours, Mooger Fooger.
Don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby? You said you come back someday. Oh, sorry about that, Mooger Fooger. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm fine. I'd rather hear Andy sing any day. That's okay.
I love you. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm going to go with the rapiest Yacht Rock song ever released, in my opinion. England Dan, I'd really love to see you tonight.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that one.
I'd really like to see you.
Yeah, okay. I'd really like to sleep you tonight.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Hey, I ain't talking about moving in, and I don't want to change your life, but hey, there's a warm breeze out in the, you know, I'd really like to tonight, you know, I mean, come on. It's rapey.
Oh yeah, all these
songs. That's
all these yacht songs, they always had another meaning back there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It always starts off with, "Hey, you want to come see my yacht?"
Hey, baby, it's cold outside.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, I'm not talking about like moving in. I don't want commitment or anything. It's just like, and I don't want to change your life, so forget about commitment. But I'd really love to
about the mood.
I just like to see you tonight. Just tonight.
He's like, I just want to bust a nut, babe. Let me in.
You know, that's what I'm saying. But he says it in such a poetic, beautiful, harmonic way. I mean, how could you turn that down? It's like, I thought you just wanted to see me. Yeah, you misread me, baby.
I just
want to like that song by the Outfield, you know, where he's I don't want to lose your love, but I just want to use your love. Just for tonight. Just tonight. Josie's away.
Baby, I just need to bust a nut. Let's go, let's go.
I'd really like to bust you tonight.
I like my girls a little bit older, but you'll do for tonight.
Yeah. Hey, he's wearing Tesla, man, and the anniversary of Bust a Nut just happened. Fuck yeah. Love that fucking album.
That's
fucking Shine Away.
Amazing
Shine Away. You know, fucking great song.
Oh, yes, sir.
Fucking Jerry, what's your next track, man?
My next song is by a guy who unfortunately stuck a shotgun in his mouth and blew his head off. Not too far from me, actually. He was in Fleetwood Mac, Bob Welch.
Oh,
Sentimental
great
Lady.
guitarist, man.
Sentimental Lady. Has
Oh,
a
that's a good
beautiful,
one.
talented Christine McVie singing background in it. Real fucking beautiful written song. You guys all heard of it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking tragedy would happen to him. I know he was sick at the end of his life, and I guess he was in a lot of pain or whatever. But still, to end your life that way, after being successful musician your whole life, and then just do something like that. Hope I never have to go through some of these people go through. So
Brad Delp also, man.
Yep. We got a lot coming on Brad Delp in the future.
Yeah.
But that's my Sentimental Lady. What's that song? That's a second song on side 2, right?
Yeah. Or third, second song. I just said next one. I got lost. You guys all had different
sides.
sides.
Do it that way.
Yeah. So then I get to my next one. Hall & Oates. I can't go for that. No can I.
No can do.
No can do. I can't go for that. No.
I
love
swear,
me some fucking Hall & Oates.
I'm gonna pull a mark here, and I said I knew one of you guys were gonna pick Hall & Oates. That's why I didn't pick any. But I did have a few of their songs in my mind, but I didn't do it. So.
Oh, dude, there's so much fucking Hall & Oates.
Sarah Smile. I mean, all kinds of great yacht rock songs.
Great fucking songs from them. Even You Lost That Love and Feeling. Fucking great.
Yeah.
But,
John Oates is actually a good singer in his own right, man. People don't realize.
I need Daryl.
Well, of course.
I need Daryl too, but that was
the
not
white guy. That's the white guy that can sing the blues, man. I'm telling you.
Just compare Daryl Hall solo albums to John Oates solo albums. Daryl Hall kicks his ass.
Of course, he's the main singer behind it. I mean,
dude. I got one of Daryl Hall's solo albums.
Yeah, girls
here. I think it's first one.
Girls weren't pining over John Oates; they were pining over Daryl Hall.
Well, he looked like a porn star with that mustache, man. Shit. But
and bird's nest hair.
Yeah,
I hated it I didn't like it when he shaved it off, man. I prefer the porn stash.
I know that was, he looked weird without his mustache.
I know he looks weird now, doesn't he? Grow that shit back, bitch.
Yeah.
So that was my Hall & Oates. I can't go for that. No, do I? I could have picked a lot of Daryl Hall. I'm a huge Daryl Hall and John Oates Note Swinger. Fucking love them.
Yeah.
Andy, what's your next one, man?
You know what? I was about to go with Daryl Hall and John Oates. I'm not a nut swinger of theirs, but I like their music. And on this one, I'm going to go with Sarah Smile.
That's a good one.
Oh, great track, man. Sarah Smile is beautiful.
That would have been one I would have picked, but I knew you guys would pick it. I tried to go for a Hall & Oates song that I don't think anybody would pick, but if you guys pick it, kudos. But that's a great song, Andy.
Yeah, it's a beautiful track.
Beautiful track.
And in fact, it's one of their first hits because after that, the first 3 albums were flops.
Yeah.
It wasn't until that song came out that really cemented or kind of guaranteed.
That first album cover didn't do them very good.
Oh my God, that first album cover.
I'm just saying, if you guys have anybody out there has never heard of Hall & Oates, if you want to get into Hall & Oates, get Rock and Soul Part 1.
And also, what rock have you been fucking living under if you haven't heard Hall & Oates?
Well, there might be some youngins watching the old.
Yeah,
folks.
there might be some
youngins watching the old fogies talk about music because they don't have any good music right now, so they want to hear what we think.
I like when they find out that Matchbox 20 was an actual real band. That really floored me when that came out.
I love Rob Thomas. I should have picked one of their songs. Fuck, they're Yacht Rock. 3 a.m.
We're all friends here, then. Okay.
You like Matchbox 20?
Fuck yes.
Fuck yeah. I love Rob Thomas. His solo
I love
albums
Rob Thomas solo. I love every Matchbox.
I do too.
Except their newest one, but
I haven't heard the newest one.
Just kind of falls flat, but everything else is so good, and so is everything Rob Thomas.
Disease is my favorite song by them.
Who?
Disease.
Oh, I sing that karaoke all the time.
Fucking
oh, really? Wow.
Disease. Great fucking
song. My favorite song by them is "Hang" off their first album.
That's a great dude. They ain't no bad. I haven't heard the newest one, but up to their last before the newest, fucking great shit.
At
Rob
3
Thomas
a.m.
2 solo albums so good. 3 a.m.
3 a.m. What a great song!
I wanna push you around.
Real World.
I will. I fucking love them. You know what? Another good band is Dishwalla. Pet Your Friends.
Dude, don't even get me started on that.
Dude,
Opaline is the best fucking Dishwalla album ever.
dude, every Dishwalla album is good. His J.R. Richards solo albums are good too.
Are they that counting?
Never heard those.
You never heard the J.R. Richards solo albums? God, dude.
Yeah.
They sing that
Never knew
song,
they existed.
They sing what is it? Show me all your thoughts on God.
Counting blue cars, like we're talking about.
Counting blue cars, yeah.
But go to Opaline is better.
Oh, it's a great fucking song, dude.
The whole album.
No,
Angels and Devils.
Pet Your Friend is great.
When that song came out, that was a weird time for music and me, man. I didn't know what to like or dislike back then. There's a lot of good stuff.
Jerry,
there was mostly shitty stuff back then.
Jerry, may I ask, what's your age? Group
52. Just turned 52.
He's my age.
Okay, you're both 52.
I'm gonna be 53 in October. Yeah.
God damn. I'm 49, gonna be 50 in March.
And I love fucking Dishwalla, man.
We somehow all like Andy. What's your age, man?
I'm about to be 49 in December.
Okay.
We're the same age. We're all the same.
Me and you are in same.
Yeah.
We're all in the pocket. We're all in the pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
J.R. Richards has a great fucking voice, man.
Oh, amazing. I saw them at a club here in Fort Wayne on the Opaline tour, and there's probably 12 people there, and it was amazing. So.
God, what's that song on Pet Your Friends? It's just fucking opus, man. God dang it, I gotta look for it. Give me a second, man. Sorry, Jerry.
Right. Sorry,
we're going pretty fast, Jerry, so hold on. Let's see. I know I have them on here because I always keep them on here. Nope, I don't. Oh God, I gotta look at the album. Hold on. Pet Your. I sound like fucking. What's that guy's name? He goes. Oh, Beavis and Butthead.
I remember somebody introduced me that day. I thought they said, "Do you swallow?" I'm like,
"Do you swallow?"
That's what I thought he was saying. Hey, you ever heard this band? Do you swallow? I'm like, no.
No, I don't want to either.
Oh. It's the song Haze. The song Haze off the first album is fucking a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Check fucking the solos, the guitar, the vocals, they fucking jam. The band is fucking amazing. Okay, man, where are we at? Jerry, did you do yours?
I did Sentimental Lady. You did
Hall Notes. So I did Charles's Superstar Carpenters. I think Charles needs an Andy, did you do your next one?
I did mine already because I did Sarah Smile.
So Mooger Fooger, did you do yours?
I did not.
Go.
Okay.
So I'm up to my track 5.
I lost
3
track
of side 2. So. And I'm gonna go Firefall, You Are the Woman.
Oh, that's a good one. You are the woman that I always dreamed of. God dang. Oh, fucking dude, that's a great fucking pick.
It is.
I didn't even think of that one.
I listen to the bridge every morning on the way to work, and I have an hour commute.
Damn, I have an hour commute too. That's how I listen to all the podcasts.
I have to admit, I cheated on this one. I have like 30 songs written down. If you guys mention one, I'm kind of like erasing it and come up with something else. But
I bet Andy's doing the same thing.
So I'm trying to.
We're all doing the same thing, Jerry. We're all doing the same thing.
I'm not. Charles is it. So I'm keeping mine. I didn't have any backups. Jerry, what's your next one?
No, I've only had one backup in this whole list. So.
Okay. I have none. Go, Jerry.
I am going to pick We Just Disagree by Dave Mason.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, good song.
Nice.
There ain't no good guys. There ain't no bad guys. There's only you and me, and we just disagree. Cool tune, man. That guy's had a few hits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even know that he was in Traffic.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave Mason. Yeah, he was in Traffic with Capaldi and Winwood. Yeah. Love that band.
But anyway, that's my next one. I forget what song, side, and I'm just going down the list here.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit, I fucked up. I put this guy down twice and I don't have a backup. So fucking I'm gonna look at Charles's list. I'm gonna pick Africa by Toto.
Nice.
Yeah. But the
Copycat.
Charles has that later, but I put Christopher Cross Ride Like the Wind twice. I don't know how that happened.
Another good song by Christopher Cross that doesn't get mentioned much is oh shit, it was just on the tip of my tongue.
Never Be the Same.
Never Be the Same.
Great
Yeah.
tune.
Never be the same without your love.
I don't know. I'm way off on Charles's picks. Can I say the rest of his picks real quick?
Sure, go ahead. Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
Please.
5. Jerry's gonna be pissed off with this one. Reminiscing by the Little River Band.
Love
Nice.
Little River Band.
He
Little
picked Sarah Smile, Hollow Notes as his number 4. And he agreed with me on Baker Street by Gary Rafferty, number 3. Human Nature, Michael Jackson.
Ooh,
And his number 1 pick was Toto, Africa.
nice.
So that's all Charles's list. So
Michael Jackson, Yacht Rock. That's
Human
kind of a
Nature?
stretch.
Huh?
Yeah,
That's kind of a stretch.
I don't know. He picked it. I can't argue with him. It's his list. He's not here to call him on
It's
it.
a great song. I love Michael Jackson, but
Well, Human
Okay, like I
Nature is
said,
kind of a
Human
slow
Nature
song.
could definitely be Yacht Rock.
okay, yeah. Like
Okay.
I said, it's like there's no general parameters to Yacht
right,
Rock.
yeah.
There really isn't.
Okay,
You could
Andy,
fit on a yacht and play on a stage in suits and a gold drum set.
Yeah.
No, now these songs that I'm mentioning are all songs that I have written down here. So I'm not just coming out of thin air. So is it my turn?
Yeah.
My next one is going to be by the band America, Ventura Highway.
Oh, I forgot
Love
about
that
that
song.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great
You
song.
know, I saw America last year, here in Houston, and man, that sounded so good. I think there's like 2 or 3 original. I think there's 2 original members, and the rest just filled out the sound beautifully. But man, them harmonies, they were killing it, man. It was just so good. And they were called America, but they were from England, so I thought they were English, but they're not. What it was, their fathers were American soldiers who lived on a base in England. And that's why they call themselves America, because they were Americans, but they were out of England, and they were produced by the great George Martin of Beatle fame.
Oh,
You have one more track left, Andy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. I think I'm ahead of you guys somehow.
I have 2 more. I have 2 more left.
You have 2 more. I have 1. So I don't know what happened here, but fuck, that's why I said Charles. Mooger Fooger.
So my side 2 track 5 is going to be Hall & Oates, Out of Touch.
Oh, remember that video? That's a cool video.
Oh yeah.
The big
But
drum.
That was inside the bass drum.
that
Yeah.
song has such a cool breakdown. It starts out like da 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 da, and then it kind of goes into like smooth minor chorus or verse, and then when it hits the bridge, it goes minor, and then the chorus is all major. I mean, I just love that song, and I love
I'm out of
it as a
time.
kid. But once I learned music and my ear like got trained to what they were actually doing with that, I'm like, holy shit! How did they come up with that? How did they augment their way through like majors and minors and augmentation?
And that's a pop song.
It's
Yeah.
a pop
That
song.
is like the Beatles right there. Early Beatles,
Absolutely.
what they
And
did.
I'm not too sure how much hand Daryl had in that, because it sounds like it's all Oates, the way that the music was, arranged.
I think it was very much both of them. Like,
Yes.
Is it
Daryl was very much Philly sound, like the Philly sound, like the horns
right?
and R&B.
Philly sound.
And then I think Oates came in and he was like, he could bring a little bit more musicality to it, maybe like a little more education, not adult
Okay.
education.
Adult
But,
Adult
like a little,
education.
yeah, right?
Bad situation. I love that fucking song.
Yeah, I mean, it's just good stuff. I mean, I think they are a perfect storm together. And
Yeah.
the fact that they're not working together today is a tragedy.
Well, I
It's
thought they
like
were
they-
touring, weren't they?
Oh,
Yeah,
they might be touring, but it's a business relationship. They have no relationship.
Yeah.
Oh wow, really? Oh.
Well, Daryl
And
Hall's
it's like,
is
but you guys
touring
made
with
such
his
good
band.
music. What's that?
Daryl Hall is touring with his Daryl live at Daryl's house band.
Yeah.
Oh, for real? Okay.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Well,
that was a cool show. I used to like watching that show.
Oh, Cheap Trick on there was amazing.
Yeah.
And Rob Thomas did an episode on there.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
he was, I think, one of the first guests he ever wanted to get on there.
Awesome on there.
And he was ass on there. He really was. He was really into it. You can tell. I mean, he lives and breathes it. He really does.
Yeah. Those episodes were amazing because you had all sorts of different genres. It didn't matter where you were from, what you did.
Yeah.
He had R&B, he had rock, he had metal, he had singer-songwriters on there. I love that show.
Yeah.
Didn't he have Sammy Hagar on there too? I don't know.
He better.
He better, right? He better get Sammy on there.
I think he did.
And I think he did have Sammy.
Yeah, they needed somebody to clean up the fucking bathroom. So yeah, they invited Sammy.
No, but didn't they have like a cooking thing going
Oh yeah,
on?
in the middle they had
get the double middle finger.
They had the chef. They had the chef come and do it. Hey, who was his guitar player for years? Hall Notes. He was on Saturday Night Live.
He just died. He died a couple years ago.
G.E. Smith.
G.E. Smith. He died several years ago.
No, I'm talking about G.E. Smith is still alive. It's that other guy who played the bass. The bassist died.
Oh,
the one with the big.
No, I thought it was a guitar player that died.
No, G.E. Smith is still alive.
Yeah, that was G.E. Smith.
G.E. Smith is still alive. It's the bass player who died.
Okay. All right, fine.
Well, the bass player that he had in the band played guitar on Daryl's house.
Yeah, but he was the bassist.
That's probably what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he was the guy going like this in Jingle Bell Rock,
Right.
Oh God, that
video. Like he just had a massive eating a sandwich someday, and it's just horrible.
Yeah, G.E. Smith went to Saturday Night. He was G.E. Smith in the Saturday Night Live band for years when Saturday Night Live was good. So and they still have the horn player from Hall Notes' band, and he's the leader of the band now, I think.
Yes.
Still
I
there.
think that's my favorite era was when G.E. Smith was.
G.E. Smith, yeah.
Oh.
It's a great one. I like the original era too. But Jerry, what's your you got two more left, so go ahead. Start one.
I'm gonna do a song by the great Pablo Cruz. And I'm just kidding when I call him great. I really don't know much about him. I know
He's
this
still
song.
Playing.
Yeah. What she gonna do when she says goodbye?
What you gonna do when she is gone?
When she is gone? What a fucking groovy tune that is, man. It's one of those songs that no matter if you like it or hate it, it's still part of your body's moving. So cool little tune.
Dang.
That's my second to last song.
I'm like done with my list for some reason. I looked at every song on here. I said every song. I even had Christopher Cross on here, and twice I noticed that.
That's probably what you did.
No, I changed Christopher Cross
to
did? Another song that Charles picked, Africa Toto. But I'm gonna end with the king of the fucking yacht rock, Michael McDonald, Sweet Freedom, from the great movie Running Scared with Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines. If you have never seen that movie, what is fucking wrong with you?
They're in the Keys, and when that song came on, right?
Grassroots. Yeah, they went to. They didn't want to go back to being cops. Jimmy Smits was in that movie. That guy, who's that fucking guy who turncoat in the Matrix? Joe something. He was in there. He's the bad guy. Oh, he's cool. Yeah. Jimmy Smits was the bad guy too, and Joe was the one he was their captain. He was the one yelling at them in there.
Yeah. Wasn't he in the Goonies too? Wasn't he one of the bad guys in the Goonies?
Like, I own Running Scared on Blu-ray. If you've never seen Running Scared, it's not the Paul movie. Walker. The Paul Walker has a movie called Running Scared also, which is pretty cool. He gets hit in the head with hockey pucks. They put him on an ice rink. It's a pretty violent movie. You haven't seen the Paul Walker movie Running Scared? That's a great movie too. He's not just Fast and Furious. He did some good movies besides that. So check out Running Scared, Billy Crystal, Gregory Hines, Jimmy Smits, and Running Scared with Paul Walker. Great movie, Sweet Freedom. They're in there and fucking the four keys, class, sweet freedom, shine a light on me.
But keep that spirit alive.
Oh,
and there's drinks in the video. They're in the Florida Keys. They're partying.
Yeah.
That's fucking yacht rock, man. Michael McDonald, I dubbed the king of yacht rock. You and Kenny Loggins, number 2. But that's my last one. So we already said Charles's whole list. Andy.
Yeah, I am going to end mine with one that Charles already picked. I'm surprised that more of y'all did not pick this one, but Doobie Brothers, What a Fool Believes.
Nice
That's
one.
my favorite yacht rock song. If we're gonna label it, man, it's such a great song. I love it. And I just want to mention one more because I wasn't too sure if it was yacht rock or not, so I left it off. But Running on Empty by Jackson Brown.
That is totally yacht rock. Somebody's Baby is a good yacht rock one too.
Somebody's Baby, that's a good track.
I just want to say that him beating up Daryl Hannah really never happened. That's what I was going to read into.
He's
a good guy. He promised Daryl Hannah he wouldn't say things about what happened, so he took the blame for it. Yeah, she probably started the fight, and he probably just took it. So he promised Daryl Hannah he wouldn't throw her under the bus. So that is a bad thing. He never beat up Daryl Hannah. So you think you'd be in jail and canceled by now, right? If that really happened.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So then we get to you have one more track, Shane?
Well, I do.
All right.
But I'm going to let Jerry go first.
Ah, okay. Interesting. I would go with the Doobie Brothers song too, but I'm not going to pick the one you guys picked. They actually did a cool video with musicians all around the world playing the song at the same time. Listen to the Music by the Doobie Brothers.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh.
You ever seen that video on YouTube? They got them playing, and they got all musicians around the world playing weird instruments to it. It's a really cool video, man. Check it out. To me, I think that's the ultimate yacht rock ender, in my opinion. You know, listen to the music. You know, fucking Doobies rule. Love them. I did not know about that Michael McDonald song. Though. I'm surprised. But anyway, that's how I'm closing my album.
Yeah, man. So that was our yacht rock albums, man.
You got Shane.
Shane. Oh, go ahead, Shane. My bad.
Okay.
Well, he confused me.
This is the most goofy yacht rock song, if you can even consider that. But when I was growing up, this was one of my favorite shows on TV. I'm going to go with something nobody knows, but it's going to close it out good. Joey Scarberry, theme from The Greatest American Hero.
Believe it or not, I'm
Thank
walking on air. I never thought I could be so free.
Yeah, Sammy
What a
Hagar.
great
way on ring.
Sammy Hagar.
Dude, I own those fucking DVDs, man.
Okay.
I still do. I love that show.
Awesome it would be to end a yacht rock album with that.
That's
with
great.
that one.
That is great.
Loses the instruction book. Classic. That's a great show.
Jerry, how did we forget about that song?
I don't know. I guess I was thinking about putting the WKRP song in at one time, but I never thought about that.
Oh,
well,
Jerry,
that's a good song.
Me and Jerry always talk about the Greatest American Hero. Michael Pare was in there. If you know who Michael Pare is, Philadelphia Experiment, Eddie and the Cruisers.
Yeah.
Connie Selica.
So did I end it good?
Yeah, you ended it well, dude.
Okay.
That was an amazing ending. But before we get to you guys pimping your shit, I got our fan picks. I asked people what was their number one yacht rock song. And Chris
Go for it.
Chris Sinzak, Jay Ferguson, Thunder Island.
Okay.
I don't know that. Sorry, Chris.
You don't know that song?
You know it if you heard it.
Yeah, Dave Tedder, Starbuck, The Moonlight Feels Right.
That one I need to listen to again. I don't know.
Joseph Staub, Climax Blues Band, I Love You.
Great song.
I know that one, yeah. Carrie Lieberson, Hollow Note, She's Gone.
She's gone.
Oh, wow. Stephanie Thompson, Escape, the Pina Colada song by Rupert Holmes.
That's my girl. Love you, Steph.
Tim Wizenak, Steely Dan, Time Out of Mind.
Good song.
Aaron Camaro. We got the whole fucking Decibel Geek giving us.
Yeah.
Got the Mooger Fooger. We got Aaron Camaro. We got Chris Sinzak. They both said that anything off the 78 Peter Chris album.
Oh,
Baby, don't let me down.
Nothing wrong with that. Some good songs on that album.
Anything off? He just
Second
said
best.
the whole album. He just.
Second best of the solo albums, man.
Oh God, whatever. I don't believe it. There's no way that is Peter Criss. No. He sings Beth. No, not Beth.
That album gets shit on because of that shitty disco song, You Matter to Me. That's why that album gets shit on a lot. By Peter Criss. That song is like a dated, shitty disco song. But the rest of that album has some cool tunes on it. It really does.
All right, man. Let's get to Andy. You need to pimp your shit, man.
Yeah, I've got I'm gonna be busy next week, big time. On Monday we are having a baseball podcast, and then on Tuesday, Jerry and I are going to start our season 2 of our NFL podcast called The Gridiron Smackdown. So we're going to do that on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, over on my channel, the Blackspinner Circle, we're going to do the top 10 songs with a car, with the word car in the title. I thought we would do a getaway since it's the end of summer and after Labor Day to pick a song that has a word car or a car in the title of the song. I kind of already painted myself into a corner because I can't think of anything. But that's the title I came up with.
But that shitty Roger Taylor song from Queen might have a chance, man. I'm in love with my car.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That is a good song. You got Highway Star. You know, that's car oriented. Mustang Sally.
Little Red Corvette.
Lots of stuff.
Little Red Corvette. Wow, you know what, man?
Life is a highway.
Together.
Life is a highway is a car song. Want to ride it all night long.
So that's what I got going on next week. I got quite a bit going on.
I guess Magic Bus would qualify, huh?
Yeah, it would be.
You're giving him songs. Let him pick them. I want to.
Well, obviously, you need some. Help him out.
I got it now. Now I got it pretty good. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
You can pick any song.
Oh yeah. And if y'all want to be on, I need guests.
Okay. Well,
like I said, I'll let you know on Monday again, man. I'll let you know on the football show.
Well, I'm getting off an hour later next week, so I would have to be on like 6:15. So that's it. Fucking Ronald Acuna Jr. just hit a grand slam against the Dodgers. Fuck off.
That dude is the best player in all of baseball.
That's Mookie Betts.
No way, not
Mookie Betts has a better.
Not over Ronald
Mookie
Acuna.
Betts has a better WAR than Acuna.
Power.
Wins against replacement. Wins against replacement. You haven't seen Acuna go 5 for 5 this year, 4 for 4.
Oh, I've seen. All right.
No, he's never had a perfect day.
The ZZ Quill is kicking in.
Okay. All right, man. Shane, anything to promote?
Promote? No, I don't have anything. Unless anyone wants to help me finish renovating my bathroom, mow my lawn, clean my garage.
Did mine. No thanks. Sorry.
Hey, I just want to say it's always an honor to be on the show. I appreciate all you guys.
Andy, it's all this way, man.
Jerry, nice to see you. Mark, always a pleasure.
That's the first time That's the first time we did video with him, right?
Yeah.
Usually do the freeform on audio.
Well, no, he was on the freeform video.
He tries to sneak in on video sometimes when we record the show.
He's on the free. He was on the freeform Saturday exclusive.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know. Memory's going. I'm a forgetful.
I think he might be on Sunday. I hope. All right.
Hey, I have all my picks ready for Sunday, and I hope you have them. So
I have my picks.
This has been an interesting album for this week. I must say that.
Yeah.
And I've loved for 20 years. So.
Okay, cool.
Fucking Riley just hit a home run. It's like 6.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Oh, fuck off! I hate the Braves. All right.
Like, because they're better than your team?
No, they're not. Dude, we've won 10 series in a row. I don't think they have. All right. Then that's the end of the show, man. Next week we'll have an album battle. Joseph Stubb, probably have another guest on. I don't know yet. Because I want to probably ask some people. I don't know. But what are we doing again? It's Album Butter 82 Blackout versus Creatures of the Night.
Creatures of the Night by Kiss.
Kiss. And you don't like Kiss, Andy, so that wouldn't be a good one for you.
That would not be a good one for me.
That'd be a good one for Al.
Do your
Horta.
research and you'll know who wins.
It would be Blackout 24/7.
Yeah, I'd probably have to get Al on there because he's a huge Scorpions, fan, or maybe Mooger Fooger. I don't know what he likes sometimes.
Hey, I know both those records intimately, so
you could come on next week.
No.
There you go.
You're gonna oversaturate the Mooger, and no one's gonna.
Okay, if you don't want to come on, it's fine. I'll bring Al on.
No,
Al.
I would love to come on. I'm always.
Well, don't say you don't want to come on then. All right. I'm gonna do a Charles right now. Like and subscribe. Share this bitch. Air Jordan says just saturated the fucking share button. Share. We love you. Subscribe and check out the Freeform Rock podcast. Every Friday you get a new episode. This week it's me and Charles. We're fucking wasted, and I don't remember doing the episode. And fucking Jerry was mad because we didn't ask him. It was on a Tuesday. It's fucking the Beatles, Abbey Road. So if you want to hear our real opinions, because we were wasted, I don't remember it. Jerry, I did ask you, but you didn't answer.
What a coincidence! Look what records up there.
So Abbey Road this Friday, and check out the episode we have right now. What's the episode? The Rolling Stones Goat's Head Soup, which just celebrated a 50th anniversary today. So check out that episode. All right, guys, take it easy, man.
Take care, guys.
Later, man.